You are listening to the 90 Days Later podcast with Anna Charles, episode 173.
Welcome to the 90 Days Later podcast, where I show you how life with less alcohol is more fun than you think. I work with high achievers who struggle to drink a glass of wine without it turning into 2 bottles. I'm the one they call when they want to take it or leave it. So if you want to change your relationship with alcohol that doesn't involve counting days sober, you're in the right place.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast on an extremely exciting day, because today my book, The Off Switch, hits the shops or hits the websites. Not sure what you'd say these days. It is available right now in ebook and paperback, and I have an audio version coming soon. More on that in a little moment. But yes, it is out. I did it. It is in the world. And for today only, listen up. If you're listening to this on Tuesday, 25th of March, you can get the ebook version of this in the UK for just a little bit over a couple of quid. And I think in the US that is, $2.50 or something, right? I mean, you can buy that. You can't even buy a cup of coffee for this. In fact, the way I have decided to price the book from tomorrow, Wednesday the 26th onwards, is it is equivalent to a glass of wine, a standard glass of wine in a pub, right? So you can buy my book and learn how to do it and how to change your relationship with alcohol. It's going to then save you spending money on hundreds more glasses, but today only, it is really super cheap. So go out there and buy it. In this book, I teach you how to stop telling yourself that you don't know how to drink less and how to start focusing on what you do control. I've written it as an easy to understand guide that puts the power to control your drinking back in your hands and shows you exactly how to do it. And it is short. I threw away more content than I kept in for the sole purpose of keeping this short so that you would take action on this. I wrote this book because I want to reach as many people as possible, because I absolutely want to change the conversation around alcohol. I want to create a movement on this where we get rid of the guilt and the shame, where people who seek help for their drinking are not made to feel less than. We do not feel less than if we seek help with nutrition. If we do not feel less than if we seek help because our car breaks down. We do not feel less than if we need help painting our house, styling our hair, right? But we do with drinking. That has got to change. I want to change the message that it is possible to create a healthier relationship with alcohol, and that starts by taking action. And my action I'm asking of you today is to buy my book. Buy my book for yourself. Buy my book as a gift for other people. Tell others about it. Spread the word. Right? This is a game of numbers. I really want to reach as many people as possible, so that as many people as possible have the tools, get to know what they need to do in order to change. So the more you help me with that, spreading the word, the more people will get to hear about this. And yes, of course, this would help the ranking of the book, and it actually is my dear wish to become a bestseller in the alcohol category. So you'd be helping me with that too. So all of you people who are regular subscribers to this podcast, who have taken value and learnings from everything, all the free content I put out week after week after week, please help me with this in spreading the word, buying the book, passing it on. And as a thank you to everybody who is a quick action taker, who buys the book on publication day, I am going to be hosting in April an event where I will be talking further about the workings of the off switch, and I will answer all of your questions. So if you want to have your questions answered, buy the book tomorrow and you get access to that event. All right, I think that's it for now. And I guess my final word is, when you buy it, can you do a review as well? Oh, I know. Okay. So I think that's enough for me, enough preamble. Here is a little gift for you, an excerpt from the book, and otherwise I will see you next week. Introduction. Want to strike it rich on the stock market? The recipe is simple. Buy low, sell high. Rinse and repeat, and voila, you're on your way to your very own private island. But how do you pick what to buy? Alas, that takes years of experience, a mountain of knowledge, and maybe a dash of luck. Simple doesn't mean easy. Whatever your goal, whether you're aiming to master the stock market, become fluent in a new language, or write the next bestseller, there's a cost involved. Even lottery winners have to buy a ticket. Changing your relationship with alcohol is no different. There's no secret spell or instant fix, just as there's no foolproof way to spot the next big stock. It's not always easy. It can feel downright hard at times, but it is simple and doable and so worth it. Success at anything requires a full understanding of the task at hand and a willingness to do the work with focus, effort, and discipline. We know this, yet still find ourselves clicking on surefire hacks and searching for that one elusive, easy solution to our problems. As a former colleague once told me, the human capacity to ignore inconvenient facts and avoid unpleasantness is immense. So, how do you drink less? Simple. Put the glass down. How do you do that? Read this book. Think of this book as your friendly guide, not as a rigid set of rules. I'm not here to dictate your goals. That's entirely up to you. Whether you want to learn how to wind down without wine, never drink home alone, give up alcohol altogether, or something else entirely, this book is here to support you. It will help you find a healthier relationship with alcohol that works for you. Think of it as a choose-your-own adventure book. But instead of fighting dragons, you're mastering cravings. This book doesn't use scare tactics, demonize alcohol, or preach abstinence. The aim is to give you control over your drinking as quickly and effectively as possible. It will show you how to cope with triggers and temptation without feeling deprived or miserable. It will show you how to make alcohol an irrelevance, whether you continue to drink or not. And it will show you how to stop once you start, by means of your very own off switch, even if that sounds impossible right now. This book is also short. It will only take you a couple of hours to read, so no excuses. It's also easy to flip back and reread sections anytime you need a refresher. This book is written for smart, motivated high achievers who think they drink a bit too much, who realize that drinking is giving them a result they don't want, and who want to solve this struggle for once and for all without having to declare themselves broken or powerless. I don't believe you are helpless. I believe you have everything you need to demonstrate conscious control to yourself. Whether you've been drinking too much for decades or have only recently noticed your recycling bin filling up faster than before, this book is for you. I'll assume you're a rational adult working on a behavioral challenge, not a hopeless addict. But this is not a do this one thing and you've healed hack. It will take work. It will involve replacing immediate gratification with what you really want. The hard part is change. We don't like change. It's uncomfortable. But so is living the same groundhog-style struggle day after day after day. The effort is so worth it. When you learn how to build and operate your own off switch, you'll be able to decide how much you want to drink and trust yourself to drink just that. You'll feel powerful, proud, and in control. You'll enjoy being you again, because when you transform your relationship with alcohol, you transform your relationship with yourself. Once you've experienced this level of self-belief and self-trust, you won't go back to your old ways, no matter how much you used to believe that steak wouldn't taste as good without a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon.
If you like what you're learning in the podcast and you want to take the work further and achieve total freedom around alcohol, let's talk. I help my clients stop reaching for that first 6 p.m. rolls around. Email me for more information on anna@90dayslater.co. And if you did enjoy the show, I'd really appreciate if you'd leave a rating and review to help others find the 90 Days Later podcast.